I'm calling to order the City of Brookings Planning Commission. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will conduct this meeting in a regular format and will allow commissioners, applicants, and interested participants an opportunity to speak. This meeting is being broadcast live on PEG channel 181 and can be streamed on the city's YouTube channel. We will now conduct roll call of planning commissioners.
Commissioner Whittemore?
Here, and I will have to dismiss myself at 7:30.
Commissioner Chapman?
Here.
Chair Watwood?
Here.
Commissioner Wolkowitz?
Here.
Commissioner Bruce?
Here.
Commissioner Bond?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. I don't have any announcements. So we are about to begin the public hearing portion of the agenda. The following information applies to the applications being heard today. The public hearing will be conducted in the following manner. First, the planning staff will present their report. The applicant will then make his or her presentation. Next, anyone wishing to speak in support of the proposal will be afforded an opportunity, followed by anyone wishing to speak in opposition to the proposal. Finally, any interested parties or representatives of public agencies will be asked to testify. All speakers must state their names and mailing addresses. All speakers must approach the podium, state their name and mailing addresses. Any person who wishes to speak may be asked questions by the commissioners. The applicant will be offered the opportunity to rebut evidence. Planning staff will then be given the opportunity to make any final comments at the end of the public testimony portion of this hearing. Testimony and evidence must be given under the following guidelines. All testimony and evidence must be directed toward the criteria outlined in the staff report, comprehensive plan, or land use regulation which applies to the decision. Except for the applicant, testimony shall be limited to 5 minutes unless otherwise stated by the chair. Any exhibits presented will be marked as part of the record and will be kept by the planning staff until appeal opportunities expire. Failure to raise an issue accompanied by statements or evidence sufficient to afford the commission and parties an opportunity to respond precludes appeal to the Oregon Land Use Board of Appeals, LUBA, based on that issue. Failure of the applicant to raise constitutional or other issues relating to proposed conditions of the approval with sufficient specificity to allow this commission to respond to the issue precludes an action for damages in circuit court. Prior to the conclusion of evidentiary hearing, any participant may request additional time and the opportunity to present additional evidence or testimony regarding the proposal. This is limited to those who have spoken on the request. Repetitious testimony is not necessary and is discouraged. We have 2 items for consideration tonight: a minor change to conditional use permit for a short-term rental at 1244 Moore Street and a request for a planned unit development concurrent with a request to subdivide the 5.09 acre parcel into 47 parcels located at 302 Lundeen Lane. These are quasi-judicial hearings and the Planning Commission will make a decision on the matter. By a show of hands, does any commissioner have an ex parte contact to declare for any of these applications? Please state, so Sage first, please state the specific application, file name and number, and the source and substances of the contact for the record. Sage.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm looking for the thing here. So sorry for the file number. It would be agenda item 4.2-PUD-1-25. In the relation that I've done work with Howell Westbrook and Dan Bratton. I have not been promised any work on this site, but have answered some questions for this property at some point. So
I just don't want to put anybody in a weird situation if it came down to, work being done there, so.
Okay. And I'm the same, file number 4.2 PUD 1-25. I know Hal Westbrook, I know Dan Bratton personally. I've not done business with either one of them in the past. Dan has done business with the agency that I work for, but I do have that ex parte contact. I have not spoken to either party about this project specifically. So, anyone else? Okay. By a show of hands, does any commissioner have any personal bias or personal interest that would preclude their participation in hearing any of these applications? I see no hands raised. By a show of hands, does any commissioner have any potential or actual conflict of interest to declare for any of these applications? I see no hands raised. Does anyone object to the jurisdiction of the Planning Commission to hear these matters? Seeing no hands raised in objection, we will now proceed with the presentation of these applications. We will now proceed with the following applications. Agenda item 4.1-MC-2-25 CUP-7-22. The time is now 7:07 p.m. and the public hearing to consider the following application is open. In the matter of file number MC-2-25 CUP-7-22, a request for approval of minor change of conditional use permit of 1244 Moore Street, changing permit into new property owner's name, assessor's map numbers 411306CB, tax lot 802. The owner and applicant is Carl and Emily Clyde. The criteria used to decide this matter is found in section 17.124.170 short-term rentals and section 17.116.090 minor change of the Brookings Municipal Code. Have any commissioners recused themselves? Nope. We will now proceed with the staff report.
Skip, can you announce that the applicant is on the phone?
Oh, I'm sorry. Our applicant, Emily Clyde, is with us by teleconference tonight. Emily, can you hear me?
Yes, both Carl and I are here.
Okay, thank you. Did you hear clearly what I was saying?
Correct, yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we will now proceed with the staff report.
Okay, so this is a request for a minor change of a conditional use permit for a short-term rental at 1244 Moore Street. The property is in an R3 zone and was granted a conditional use permit on March 1st, 2022 to use as a short-term rental prior to the zoning change of not permitting short-term rentals in an R3 zone. Short-term rental CUPs can continue if the new owner submits a minor change application within 6 months of purchasing the property. This property was sold to the current applicant on October 15th, 2025, with a conditional use permit in effect. The applicant does have a property manager and will continue to submit monthly transient occupancy taxes. They have no proposed changes to the property and the minor change will have no additional impact on the adjoining property holders. We did not receive any written comments from neighboring property owners. Staff recommends approval of this minor change.
The applicant, Emily, Carl, do you have anything you'd like to say on your behalf?
No, I just wanted to confirm there was no objections from any of the neighbors, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, no, we don't have anything to add.
Okay, is there anybody here in support? Anyone opposed? Any interested parties? Okay, any staff additional comments?
No.
Okay, does any participant request additional time to present evidence? Emily and Carl, do you request any additional time?
No.
Okay, thank you. In any land use decision, the burden of producing substantial evidence to demonstrate compliance with the applicable criteria is upon the applicant. If adequate evidence is not provided, the application must be denied. An applicant may be granted up to 7 additional days to submit written argument. Does the applicant request additional time to submit written argument? Emily, Carl? Okay, thank you. If not, you are willing to waive written argument and have a decision made this evening? You are willing to waive written argument and have a decision made this evening?
Yes, we are.
Thank you. It is now 7:10 p.m. and public testimony is closed on Planning Commission file number MC-2-25, CUP 7-22. We will now proceed to Planning Commission discussion and make a decision on the matter. From this point forward, no member of the audience will be allowed to address the commission. Any discussion? No. Any motion?
Go ahead. All right. I move that the Planning Commission approve file MC-2-25 CUP-7-22, a request for a minor change of the conditional use permit, changing the permit for 1244 Moore Street into the new property owner's name, Carl and Emily Clyde, based on the findings and conclusions stated in the staff report and subject to the conditions of approval.
Second.
Chair Whatwood,
Aye.
Commissioner Chapman,
Aye.
Commissioner Bruce,
Aye.
Commissioner Wolkowitz,
Aye.
Commissioner Bond,
Aye.
Commissioner Whittemore,
Aye.
motion carries.
I move that the Planning Commission approve the final order regarding file MC-2-25 CUP-7-22 based on the findings and conclusions stated in the staff report. Is this the same thing? Staff report and subject to the conditions of approval.
Second.
Commissioner Wolkowitz,
Aye.
Commissioner Bruce,
Aye.
Commissioner Chapman,
Aye.
Commissioner Whittemore,
Aye.
Chair Whatwood,
Aye.
Commissioner Bond,
Aye.
motion carries.
Thank you. Emily and Carl, your application has been granted.
Great, thank you so much.
Yep, thank you. Have a good evening.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, agenda item 4.2-PUD-1-25. It is now 7:12 p.m. and the public hearing to consider the following application is open. We previously asked, but does anyone have any ex parte contact, personal bias, or personal interest, or any potential or actual conflict of interest that they would like to declare on this item? Okay. I think we've already declared what we have, so we're good to go. In the matter of file number PUD-1-25 for a planned unit development concurrent with a request to subdivide the 5.09 acre parcel into 47 parcels located at 302 Lundin Road, Assessor's Map and Tax Lot Number 411305B-01403, zoned R16 and R3. The owner applicants are Yabadabadoo LLC. Is that not Lundin Lane?
I always thought it was Lundin Lane.
Lundin Road. I think it's been called Lundin Lane for many years, but it's actually the road.
I was curious about that too.
years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if any commissioners have recused themselves for this application, we ask them to leave for this hearing, but we have not recused ourselves, or no one has recused themselves. We will now proceed with the staff report.
Thank you, Chair Watwood, members of the commission. The staff worked with the Lane Council of Governments, particularly Henry Hurley, to develop the staff report, and he is available on Zoom in front of you in the laptop and has a PowerPoint presentation to present the staff report. So I'll hand it over to Henry.
Great, thank you, Tony. Good evening. As Tony mentioned, my name is Henry Hurley. I'm Associate Planner at Lane Council of Governments. I've been helping out Tony and Laurie on planning applications for several years now, and thank you for having me tonight at the staff report. So I did create a few slides tonight, about 12 slides, to kind of walk you through the proposal. It's pretty brief in nature. The applicant, Haley, and her team are also in attendance to answer any more specific questions or concerns you may have. So with that, I'll begin my presentation. So some general information that's already kind of been discussed here, the applicants, Dan Brad and Al Westbrook of Yabba 2 LLC. They are requesting a PUD development concurrent with the subdivision plat across 2 phases. Phase 1 is 29 lots, and phase 2 is 17 lots. The subdivision also will include new streets being constructed, frontage improvements on Lundby Road, stormwater improvements, streetlights, and street signs. Quite familiar with the property already. It is split zone, R3 for the majority of it, and then a small portion R16. The R16 more comes into play in phase 2, when there are a few larger lots proposed for your traditional single-family type dwelling. We did send notice out to adjacent properties, and we received nothing in return. So the permitted uses for the R3 zone, what's important here is that the applicant is proposing 2-family dwellings, or essentially a duplex, but more functionally, it's a townhome because each unit will be on a small parcel, and each structure will have 2 dwelling units. So this is important for the Planning Commission to review and consider. Townhome is not explicitly called out in the permitted uses section for the R3 zone, and this might be due to outdated code with respect to different types of dwelling units that are permitted. But if you look at the definition of what a 2-family dwelling is, it is a structure that contains 2 dwellings, and that is what is being proposed. So the PUD is kind of an alternate path to your traditional subdivision. PUD allows for some flexibility in design standards, and that is what the applicant is seeking here. They are seeking flexibility with respect to the minimum lot size and the lot width, and specifically lots 1 through 12 and 14 to 43 do not meet 6,000 square foot lot standard, and then lots 1 through 43 do not meet the 60 minimum residential lot width. So when considering the PUD, the Planning Commission may authorize these variations relating to individual site areas and dimensions. That is what the applicant is applying for under the PUD criteria. So the in order to approve the PUD, the Planning Commission has to consider 2 things. The first are the special objectives which the PUD meets. So the applicant, as you saw in the staff report and in their narrative, they cite the special objectives. There are 3 of them. The first one is meeting a housing demand for owner-occupied units. In Brookings, they cite the 2017 Brookings Housing Needs Analysis conducted by the South Coast Development Council. The second special objective is accessible financing options. Typically, duplex financing is less accessible than townhome financing. The duplexes are usually purchased with investment property loans. And thirdly, land ownership. This provides a good opportunity for maybe if someone's first home to own the land underneath their home and get them started on home ownership. The second item that the Planning Commission must consider are the special conditions. So the applicant here is saying the special condition is a constraint due to the large minimum lot size in the R3 zone. The minimum lot size in the R3 zone is 6,000 square feet. That is on the larger side for sure. And generally, in the higher density residential zones, you see a smaller lot size to permit for that higher residential density, which is what is called for in the R3 zone. Mm-hmm. And then the last 2 slides, just to get the subdivision plat layout. You'll see here the new streets are indicated. You'll see the division line, phase 1 and phase 2. And really what it comes down to is if the PUD is not approved, then the subdivision won't be approved. So there's not much to say with respect to the subdivision because it really hinges on the PUD. And then also, I mentioned the improvement proposed. This is the improvement plan. These have been preliminary reviewed by Public Works and Engineering. There's no issues of note with respect to these. Final review and engineering review will occur after land use approval as part of the permitting process. So as you probably read in the staff report, we do recommend approval. I think there's a final order in front of you tonight outlining the exhaustive list of conditions. Most, if not all of them, are quite standard conditions that apply to any subdivision in Brookings. However, we did note one condition, a general condition related to the CC&Rs. As you probably saw in the packet, the applicant did submit a draft CC&R form, although it's probably needs to be updated inevitably. You probably saw there's a reference to the City of Roseburg in there. So I would ask the planning commission attach another condition that the city review the final draft form of the CC&R before the final plan is approved. I think that's all I have. I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Henry. So there you have it. The staff report goes through each criteria as answered by the applicant. There's quite a bit of information, and as far as this, and there's the staff response for everyone. I don't know if you've had a chance to read through it, but now's time to ask questions and deliberate.
Yeah, and like I said, really the entire application hinges on the special objectives and special conditions that the PUD proposes.
I had a question, Henry. Were you saying that you suggest that they rewrite a final draft of the CC&Rs before they approve?
I would say a full rewrite, but certainly there's going to be revisions needed. As I said, I did read through the draft form, and the City of Roseburg is written in there. Obviously not the City of Roseburg, so that will have to be changed. So I think that just a revised draft should be reviewed before final.
Okay.
And to clarify, it wouldn't require planning commission to get together to weigh in on that. If the revisions are just minor and not necessarily changing the scope of CC&Rs, then we wouldn't need to reconvene the planning commission for a decision on that.
Okay.
Can I ask about the lot width issue that he was bringing up, the 6,000? Like it was too, is it too small or too big?
60 feet is the minimum lot width. What they're proposing here is 30 feet, I believe.
Yeah, I'll involve that.
60 feet.
30 feet is the lot.
So
For most of them.
Tony, can you shut that off, please?
Yeah. Trust me, I've been trying. Half the damn silent too.
So, but in a normal scenario, you would get 2 units on a 60-foot lot anyways. So they're just proposing one unit, and then that way.
One unit, there would be like a duplex.
I assume that, or I'm just thinking that way, that's where the land ownership comes in, because if you're selling a townhome, you're selling the footprint.
Right.
At least.
Right. In this case, the property line, it's not just the footprint of the building, it's the land as well, which is.
So you're getting.
I do.
If you bought a normal townhome, you don't own the surrounding area.
Yeah.
In that case, you're going to own your front yard, your backyard, and your side yard.
Got it.
That's that for a townhome, you said?
the way that they're proposing that,
So they've got,
so the way they're
So they've
proposing
got-
it, see the
Yeah.
property line goes right down the middle.
yeah.
So
It's not going to go off out there.
in a
is it?
traditional sense, you would have common ownership of that whole area.
Got it.
So,
Interesting. Okay.
so it's,
Yeah, I'm tracking the conversation there, and the applicant can certainly speak to this, and this is their diagram of their application. It shows the difference between 6,000, showing a traditional duplex versus 3,000 with the townhome style, where you own the land underneath your home.
I like it.
so what is the advantage to doing it that way over just doing it the traditional way?
Well, I think the advantages would have to go back to the special objectives and the special conditions that are being proposed.
Okay, that was back to the financing
Yeah.
and
Oh, got it.
the demand. Yeah,
So it can be cheaper.
yeah.
Got it.
And it's a different type of dwelling that maybe, some people might desire other than your traditional duplex or apartment or single family home. It's larger. It's a different dwelling, right?
Right.
So with Lundin Road being fairly narrow though, I mean, and I know that sidewalk only starts like at the part of the field or whatever, like not to the park.
It's deceiving, but there's actually quite a bit of right of way. Right now, what you see right now is approximately half street improvements. So there's a lot of space towards this development
Got it.
that will get turned into. It's actually in one of the drawings. It's shown how much is being brought
I see
into.
that.
So it'll be
They should be added.
it'll bring that to full width.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. And that's in your support to the project improvements along Lundin. I think there's some pink arrows, in that.
Arrows. I think you were.
Yeah.
This one? Yeah, I like the showing.
Oh, that's what they're saying about that pink arrow there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Any thoughts? Henry, do you have anything else you want to add before we move on?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I'm just asking you, we move on to Haley and,
Yeah, you can move on to that.
okay. Yeah, we might have some more questions in. It seems like we've stalled.
Can I have one more?
Nick has one more question.
Sorry. As a parent who takes their kid to sports at that spot and parks on that road, as we all do, we probably shouldn't. Like, should there be no parking there? I mean,
It may be a consideration. It's always been a consideration that stretch because we spent the money to develop the parking lot.
Yeah.
Technically, it's where what should be used.
Right.
It may turn to that.
Okay.
Coming up. Yeah.
just thinking about the traffic on that.
Yeah. It's a good point.
That's all I have.
Did you have anything to add? Lori or Tony? No. Okay. Haley, applicant, did you want to speak? Please state your name and your mailing address.
My name is Haley Sheldon, Sheldon Planning, 444 North 4th Street in Coos Bay, Oregon. I know you have to leave at 7:30, so I'm just gonna, we could introduce ourselves, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. We're thankful. Great job on the staff report. Thank you. Okay?
Thank you. Any in support?
Okay. We have enough.
Okay.
Anybody in support? Anybody opposed? Any interested parties? Any applicant rebuttal? Any staff additional comments?
Wow, not that.
All that work.
Right. Maybe they did such a good job.
Other than my stupid phone.
Yeah, all right. Does any participant request additional time to present evidence? In any land use decision, the burden of producing substantial evidence to demonstrate compliance with the applicable criteria is upon the applicant. If adequate evidence is not provided, the application must be denied. An applicant may be granted up to 7 additional days to submit written argument. Does the applicant request additional time to submit written argument? If not, are you willing to waive written argument and have a decision made this evening?
Yes.
Okay. It is now 7:30 PM and public testimony is closed on Planning Commission file number PUD-1-25. We will now proceed to Planning Commission discussion and make decision on the matter. From this point forward, no member of the audience will be allowed to address the commission.
So just so you guys know, Tony and I spent the weekend discussing property rights versus the duplex.
Right.
And my concern was that of one of encroachment, because we created property rights where in a usual duplex, it's common ownership, and so there's no way to delineate any boundaries of property rights inside the duplex. So the upshot of the matter is that, and my concern was mostly that the city had some liability and could be brought into the case. As it turns out, whether or not there was an issue with the city could be drawn into any case, but in a situation like this, it would probably be early dismissal for the city's involvement. And so the city lawyer, attorney in that, have assured me that there's no problems with property rights as far as this PUD goes.
Huh. That's special.
So can you put up a fence? Can you put up a fence in your?
That'll be up to
Well, no, it's your property. You can put up a fence.
That'll be up to
No,
the CCNRs.
The real problem was it going through the house.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And what happens if the party wall is offset?
Right.
And so it's on, if, usually the foundation guy's the first guy out there, right? In normal instances, they can be sloppy with where they really lay the pad.
Well, we verify the property lines. They have to highlight the property.
Right, well, that would have been
Before
one-
any concrete's poured, we verify the property lines.
Oh, yeah.
So that was one of the questions I was going to ask you that I don't need to anymore. So anyway, but still, the point is that I felt that the potential might be there, so I had to be satisfied, okay? And I'm satisfied.
Hopefully Yabba Dabba Do Inc. or LLC won't be hiring that contractor.
Right.
All right. I hear a motion.
I move that Planning Commission approve the file PUD-1-25 for a planned unit development concurrent with a request to subdivide the 5.09 acres parcel into 47 parcels located at 302 London, did I say that right?
Lundin.
Lundin Road. Assessor's map and tax lot number 4113-05B-01403 based on the findings and conclusions stated in the staff report and subject to the conditions of approval.
Second.
Commissioner Whitmore?
Aye.
Commissioner Vaughn?
Aye.
Commissioner Lopez?
Were we going to add a condition in about the CCRs?
It's not necessary for the, sorry, Tony, do you know?
Minor changes, he said.
No, I thought that Henry said we should be adding one more condition of, a condition of approval.
Henry, can you respond to that?
Yeah. So the motion would just be, as you read, but with the addition of the general condition of approval related to the final CCNRs, it's on your screen. You can just read it verbatim in your motion, if you like.
I don't think
With, should I say it?
Are the CCNRs going to be a consideration for our approval?
We want the CCNRs to be at least submitted and recorded, and they need to be correct. Even though the City of Brookings doesn't enforce CCNRs, we still want them accurate when they're recorded. So it would be good to just.
So in motion with addition, it's went off the screen.
Condition, with a condition.
With a condition of approval prior to final plat approval, a final draft of the CCNR shall be submitted for city review. The CCNR submitted with the applicants are in draft form and will inevitably need to be updated.
Second.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Commissioner Whittemore?
Aye.
Commissioner Vaughn?
Aye.
Commissioner Wolkowitz?
Aye.
Chair Whatwood?
Aye.
Commissioner Chapman?
Aye.
Commissioner Bruce?
Aye.
Motion carries.
I move that the planning commission approve the final order regarding file PUD-1-25 based on the findings and conclusions stated in the staff report, plus the additional condition and subject to those conditions of approval.
Second.
Commissioner Vaughn?
Aye.
Chair Whatwood?
Aye.
Commissioner Whittemore?
Aye.
Commissioner Chapman?
Aye.
Commissioner Bruce?
Aye.
Commissioner Wolkowitz?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Application's been granted. Oh, we should have put in there, they got to be changed to Lundin Lane.
Lundin Lane.
I've been calling that Lundin Lane my whole life.
Yeah, I know.
Agenda item number 5, minutes for approval. Did everybody get a minutes to review? You reviewed them?
Skip what we need to do elections.
Pardon?
Elections.
Oh, did I skip that?
No, it's not there.
Oh,
Let's approve the minutes first.
yeah, let's approve the minutes.
I move
For next one.
the planning commission approve the minutes of October 7th, 2025.
Second.
Commissioner Bruce?
Aye.
Commissioner Vaughn?
Aye.
Commissioner Wolkowitz?
Aye.
Commissioner Chapman?
Aye.
Chair Whatwood?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, now we can go with the election.
Okay. Do we have something here on the election?
It's
Did you give it to
always
me?
done in December.
So is Christmas, but I forget about that every year too.
I think we just make a motion for vice
Okay.
chair.
Any volunteers?
Oh, do we have any volunteers? Okay, do we have any volunteers?
Would you like to be the chair again next year?
Somebody want to nominate, or does somebody else want to?
No, I'm first asking.
I nominate Skip Whatwood.
Jerry, you want to do it for the fifth time or how many times have you?
Whatever, I'll volunteer for vice chair if no one else wants it.
There you go.
You guys,
Go for
I'll
it.
second that too.
okay.
Okay. All in favor of Chair Whatwood?
Can I vote for myself?
Aye.
Aye.
And all in favor for Commissioner Wolkowitz as vice chair? So
Motion carried.
Yeah, motion.
All right. Any unscheduled public appearances? I don't see any. Item 7, report from planning staff.
We will not have a January meeting, we did not get any applications, so we'll be seeing you in February.
Did you say we'll probably have one in February?
Yeah, we will.
Okay. Any commission final comments?
Sorry about the phone. Couldn't turn the bloody thing off.
You might want to get it out of the
No, I
trash.
don't care. I threw it out.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 7:38 PM and this meeting is adjourned.